I don't think I owe you, no, not at all. What do I owe you today? No way. But I woke up this morning with supper on my plate, and I think it's gonna be a good day. And I think it's gonna be a good day. Okay, so this is Michael Wilson Barber's little YouTube channel, and I only use Kingsford original briquettes. I don't use any other flavor. I think if you want flavor, you put it in your food, and or you add wood chips to your barbecue. I used a tumbleweed natural fire starter. So this is like wood shreds with paraffin wax. See that? One tumbleweed. It's very easy to light your charcoal briquettes. I'm using the Weber grill, the classic hemi style here. I got the briquettes. They're starting here with the tumbleweed. So you want to try to put the tumbleweed under a couple of these. Just let it start going. And so I like to do what's called indirect heat grilling. You'll see this on the Barbecue Pit Boys website. We're not sponsored by the Barbecue Pit Boys, Weber Grill, Kingsford, or tumbleweeds. But paraffin wax is a natural fire starter that's been used for centuries. Used in the Arctic, for example, by explorers and things like that. So what you do is you have the charcoals on one side of the grill. I like to always have a drip pan if I can. And I like to put water in the drip pan. I don't know if it's necessary, but it's just a thing where it tends to add moisture, of course, to the overall inside the grill. So we got this going. It's going to take a few minutes. I have reached the point where I don't use any chimneys anymore. I certainly don't use lighter fluid. I don't use any other type of charcoal briquettes, just the Kingsford original. Okay, so this is just getting started. Okay, so this has been going, I don't know, about 10 or 15 minutes. I got some water in the drip pan, and the charcoals are going very well. So it's time to put the grill back on and cover this. So here we go. Here we go, like this. I have already scraped my grill with my trusty wire brush. Okay, there we go. So what I'm going to do is cover this. I'm going to have the air vent over here by where the charcoal is. Right now I'm going to open it all the way. Let's see, down here I got it opened all the way down here. So we'll let the briquettes burn down just a little bit more before I put the food on. Okay, so the temperature was indicating it's close to 400 inside this bad boy. So these Dakota, made with 100% grass-fed beef. Hot dogs are going in. Indirect heat means you want to keep it off. Wait, whoops, what am I doing? Keep it off the heat over here. That off the heat. So the briquettes are over here. The indirect means over here. Okay, there we go. Let's see here. So the chicken wings, you can find recipes like this online. These have been pre-cooked treated with corn starch and baking powder with no aluminum in them. And I use Tony Chachere's seasoning. That's it. So it makes a crispy wing. You can do this if you're baking them in the oven or grilling like this. It's a big one. And so I'm trying to put the thick side down kind of towards the heat, but again, it's still off the heat. It's indirect heat. Let's go over here like that. I don't know how many wings we're gonna have. Man, that's hot. If you go right over the heat, it is hot. So here we go. As you do this process, you're gonna wanna move the ones from the inside to the outside and vice versa. Move the ones from the outside to the inside. And so you can see what we got left here. Baking powder with no aluminum in it. And the next step then, I'm going to cover this and I'm going to close the vent about halfway. Okay, we're ready. Okay, so here is the chicken run. And girls, I hope you're not too upset that I'm making chicken wings today. You know you girls are safe from this process. You are for eggs and for family pets, not for chicken wings. So the grill is near the chicken run. Girls, I hope, really, like I said, I hope you're not too upset about this. I just gave them some leftover oatmeal. They really ate it all. They're picking it dry. And oh, we have some activity over here. Looks like you saw a bug. I think it flew away. That chicken is the one we call Honey. Okay, friends out there in YouTube land, I've had the vents open about halfway. Now I'm turning them all the way open. It's been hovering around 450. Right now it's in 425, so I let more air in here. I don't normally time my food, but it's been about a half an hour. I did time this a little bit. So what we want to do with this indirect heat is move stuff from the inside to the outside, outside inside, inside outside, just like Rudy. So here we go. You can see these Dakota dogs, all beef, popping open. Inside outside, outside inside. So this, that. Okay, same thing with the wings. Inside, outside, you want to turn them over. Move the ones inside, outside, turn them over. The middle ones, I don't know, I guess I'm going to leave them in the middle. Outside goes inside, inside goes outside. So that's been about a half an hour of indirect heat. Okay, so I guess I moved the middle one out there. I'm going to move this one right here. So I'm trying to do most of this over the drip pan. So the fat will drip, in theory, onto the drip pan, which makes it easier to clean the grill next time I'm going to use it, which is always good. And you can just take that aluminum foil drip pan. I try to use it 2 or 3 times, then throw it away when it's ready. So there we go. You can take a little like olive oil or avocado oil and put it on your wings But you can see what's happening is fat from the chicken skin is mostly going out and making the baking powder and the cornstarch sort of crispy and juicy. So this is going to be covered again. I'll go ahead and leave the vents all the way open. And you don't want to keep taking the lid off of this, your hemi. Okay, so I'm going to time this now. I'll probably wait another half an hour or so before I open this up. Okay friends, so it's been about a half an hour. I got this fully open. We're hovering between 325 and 350. Right now it looks like about 340. So it's been about a half an hour. Time to check these babies again. And let's see how we're doing. How we're doing here. Okay. So I still like to do the inside-outside method. These hot dogs actually look done. So I'm probably going to take these off soon. I don't want them to get too dry. I've made that mistake before. These chicken wings are looking good. Gonna flip them again. Here. They feel still a little bit squishy. Is that a right cooking term? Squishy. They're not completely crunchy yet. So there we go. Here. Gonna move this over here. I'm moving them a little bit closer to the heat here, because this is their last bit they're gonna do before they're ready. See the juice coming out of the skin there. I'm taking the dogs off because I just don't want them to get too dry. Like I said, I made that mistake before. So the hot dogs are coming off. There you go. I'm gonna try one of those here in a hot minute. So the goal is to just let these wings, I'm gonna turn that one over. I'm gonna let these wings go covered again for about 20 or 30 minutes. Okay, so there you go. I'm gonna move this over here like this so that the air is actually flowing this way. So this is kind of like a conventional oven. There's heat on one side here. The food is over here on this side. In this case, I moved the air vent so the air will flow directly this way. Just try to finish these wings off. They're almost done. Okay, so friends out there, I'm gonna try one of these Dakota dogs. I heated the bun in the microwave about 10 or 15 seconds. Trying it plain. It's all natural, grass-fed beef, no nitrates and nitrites. And I'm curious to see what the taste is like going in. That's why I have it plain, and particularly I want to taste the dog and see. Okay, it's good. It's good. Indirect heat grilling. I think it did get dried out a little bit. curious now what this dog would taste like boiled. When I've done most of my hot dog reviews, it's all boiled dogs. There's no casing on this, as far as I can tell. There might be, man. It's like, it almost tastes a little bit like beef jerky. I'd give it about an 8 or a 9 in taste, texture. Price point is $1.16 per dog. Really curious now what these taste like boiled. But it's a good dog, man. I'm gonna eat a couple of these. Okay, so it's about another half hour with the air vents over on this side and the thermometer gauge over on this side. This stayed at about 400, 425 for the last half hour. You can see these wings look done. At least I think they're done. Okay. So they feel crispy. They're treated with cornstarch and baking powder with no aluminum. You got to use non-aluminum baking powder for this technique. So you can make crispy wings with a grill like this, or in the oven you can bake them. Look at that. Okay. So we're going to try these here in a minute. Probably need to let them cool down for a hot minute. And they are sizzling a little bit. Oh boy. If you could smell this, it smells good, as the barbecue pit boys say. So you can see the charcoal is about done. So what I'll do is leave these tongs here. I'm going to go ahead and leave it. Look, that drip pan got a lot of water from what I put in there, and fat dripped in there. It saves you from trying to get that fat off the grill. I want to leave this open there, but closed and covered. Let those briquettes just continue to go down. So barbecue pit boys say, "Oh boy, it's time to eat." How about that, Martha? Okay, sun's going down. Grilling can be a process, right? So here's what we got. They smell good. They almost smell like fried chicken wings. It's the baking powder with no aluminum, cornstarch, and Tony Chachere's. We are not sponsored by Tony Chachere. They are hot. They've been indirect heat on the grill for about an hour and a half, and the briquettes are going down. Now they're pretty hot, so let me try it. It's really good. It's got a bit of that smokiness from the briquettes. I didn't put any other smoke or flavor on the wings or wood on the grill. Man, that's so hot. I probably should wait a couple more minutes before I try one. But I'm going to do it anyway. I do this so you don't have to. See that steam coming off of there? I don't know if you can see that, but it is cooked all the way through. It has some of that pink there, but that's what happens when you smoke meats. This is indirect grilling. The flavor's good. Even with the Tony Chachere's, it's not very spicy. It's less spicy than like Popeye's chicken. Okay, one wing down. Man, those Dakota hot dogs were a little bit dry. It's almost like they did have a natural casing on the outside, but it didn't say it on the package casing. Anyway, the texture was a little bit like beef jerky, a little bit juicier than beef jerky. But I'm gonna have to try the Dakota's hot dogs boiled. Anyway, me and these wings have a situation here with which to deal. Man versus food. So this is indirect heat grilling chicken wings and hot dogs on a Weber grill. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I got a few tips out of it. Like and subscribe, click the link below. As Bob Ross says, God bless, goodbye.